The governor telling them that they failed them, and he's been crying since yesterday and all that, blah, 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 blah. 51 people. And guess what? They are attackers, the terrorists that did all of this. The worst they're going to get when captured will be for them to hold the Quran and say they won't do that again. And automatically they will become repentant terrorists in rehabilitation. Man, it's like, it's unfair, you know? Those you have in public office, they are supposed to represent you. They're supposed to do everything to protect your interests, right? Then some marauding Islamic terrorists hiding behind their religion are slaughtering the indigenous people. They still don't really matter, you know? The people that are supposed to represent you are more interested in placating the terrorists. That everywhere you turn, there is no real program in rehabilitating the victims of terrorism in Nigeria. It's always the terrorists. For peace. Give them your land for peace. You know, learn how to allow them to stay in your forest as they are. Allow their cows to graze by creating a grazing route for them. Like your citizens have no real value. You have no real value in the hands of those who are supposed to be your own leaders. Come on, think of it. You have no real value. If anything happens to you, that's it. Just try your best to make sure that nothing happens to you. Because if anything happens to you, that's it. You're on your own. The terrorists have more value than you. They do. In Yobe State, while these terrorists are slaughtering people, in Plateau State, in Benue State, in Yobe State, they were celebrating the graduation of the repentant terrorists to be rehabilitated with public fund. There is no rehabilitation for the victims of terrorism in Nigeria. They are in IDP camps. Just go there and give them something. Take pictures with them. Go and give them food. That is the most. The victims, Nigerians, inside Nigeria, refugee camps, inside Nigeria. But there are rehabilitation programs for terrorists in Nigeria by your own leaders. It's unbelievable, man. You know, some things are just so unbelievable. I mean, think of it now. Shay, do you know anywhere they are doing rehabilitation, counseling, rehousing, healthcare, education, what have you, for the victims of terrorism in Nigeria? Huh? You've heard about the standard of living, I mean, how they are living. Meanwhile, hundreds of billions of naira have been expended by these rogues in a project called Operation Safe Corridor to rehabilitate repentant terrorists. Repentant terrorists. Damn it, man. Who will rehabilitate these people, for example?
They must say mature. They never mature. We don't see them. When we don't come up for farm, neither they come. No. They finish this farm more. Now last year.
Yeah, that's the video from a speechless farmer whose entire investments got ruined, destroyed by the same Fulani terrorists in Edo State. And on the other side, from Edo State as well, right? You get to see the life of the repentant or the would be or the later would be repentant terrorists inside Nigeria.
Ontura na Tinubu. Tinubu gaji naka.
They are the ones taking the people, and they collect ransom, they flaunt it and all that. They have pages on TikTok, man. It's like nobody's looking for them. Not really. Evil people that you call leaders. And one of them actually admitted, and he said, you see, the problem you are facing in that contraption, they are only man-made problems, right? The fight that they want you to fight, either as a northerner, a southerner, a Christian, a Muslim, or wherever it is, right? According to him, because he's one of them, I'm going to play the video. You cannot hear that now. So, is that you are just doing the bidding of the elites, because as I believe, right, and I've postulated many times that your problems in that contraption, your problems are man-made. And that is why when you're, when you're pointing out all these problems, it is always ideal to mention the people behind those problems. You list their names and put their faces out there too. So don't just talk about Nigerian problems like these are caused by spirits. Oh yeah, they just say that they have evil spirits controlling their leaders. Evil spirits. We need to pray for them. You don't understand. There are some evil spirits here. They always send out powerful people to use them. And that is why you see somebody that is very good, somebody that is a philanthropist, is helping people, is doing this and that. It will now just become governor and it will become a devil. Because now that thing inside that place where they go to, right? That thing they enter them. So we have to pray for them. No, if you are being honest, right? There's never a time that this evil spirits, right, that enters them to loot you, right, to harm your young people, give them drugs and use them for their political dirty jobs, right? So that same evil spirit never for once, okay, force them to go to the public and then just dump all the money they've stolen from you, drop all the details of where they are keeping all your money, And then you can say, now the devil, they use them. I told you, now devil, they use them where they make them steal money. Oh. The kind devil where they do these people very powerful. Sometimes you can ask them to go and dump the money on the street, but that is not. Now they form devil for them. They form this and that for them because the problems of Nigeria is not caused by any devil or any spirit or anything, caused by human beings who have names. And they come from all ethnic nationality and then the tribes, religion, name it, in that contraption. Like this guy covered it.
I want the downtrodden, the masses of this country to see us as what we are, politicians. Most of us are not trustworthy. Most of us are selfish. Most of us care just for ourselves. Because whenever you are part of a system, you don't fight it. I want the people of this country to understand, I mean, like the masses down, that look, we the elites, we are one and the same. We are one and the same. We're not enemies. And then Muslims and Christians, we are one and the same. Whenever it's convenient for an elite, you will see him with like a Muslim elite and a Christian elite, they are one and the same. Elite in PDP and elite in APC are one and the same. This is what I want the people to understand, that look, at the elite level, we are one and the same. So please, the people of this country, downtrodden, you should not fight your brother because he's a Muslim or because he's a Christian, either because he's a Fulani or because he's an Igbo man. Because at our own level, we don't fight, we don't insult each other, we don't kill, we don't maim
at the elite level.
At the elite level. So I want down the ladder to also understand that, look, don't kill yourselves over these elite issues, because most of these fights, they are elites fight. Simple. Once you lose out, then you start saying that, look, the northern, like some of the northern, my brothers in the north now, all of a sudden now, Tinubu is a tribalist. Tinubu does not like the northerners. Tinubu does not like Muslims. These are the same people who campaign for Muslim in this country. And then some of them are now saying now, all of a sudden, remembering that, look, Tinubu, we will not go for Tinubu again because we don't want to Muslim again. These kind of things. So it's elitist thing. And I hope the people understand. I want...
Right. But he's right, though, They do not have any, your criminal politicians in Nigeria don't have any religion. They do not have any tribe, okay? And they don't also, what else do they not have again? Like, it's like a class war. They are all united over there. Then they are also the same people who continue to milk the differences in people by weaponizing those differences for political gains, right? It's too late, It's like that time when El Rufaya, who was the champion, I think he was actually talking about El Rufaya, by the way, but not directly. El Rufaya was on TV not long ago when he said, like, they've given the Southern Nigeria their chance and they gave them Tifnumbu. Southern Nigeria did not give you Tifnumbu. You, Yeye Bello, Patawale, and the rest of you who probably managed to get on board of what was like an ongoing operation anyway. So Mamadou Yakubu and the rest of them that foisted the Tifnumbu on Nigeria because the idea of Muslim ticket was the idea of El Rufaya. Then he's changing it and say, okay, we're not doing that anymore. We're not doing Muslim anymore. We're going to have to do something different. So that guy was talking about this guy.
As a private citizen, I can afford to be reckless and say, you know what? We gave the Southerners their chance. They gave us Tinubu. Has he done well? If he hasn't done well by 2027, let's vote him out. Okay? I would prefer that a Southerner succeeds Tinubu. But at the end of the day, in the party that I would be, whether it is APC or any other party, the calculation has to be who will win. And as I told you earlier, in Kaduna, when we looked at all the southern aspirants, our caucus said, look, Tinubu has the best chance of winning. Our party must win. Whatever the baggage he comes with, let's manage it after we win. It is the same way these decisions are taken. Now, in 2027, I will not be a governor. So I will not have the sort of clout that I had in 2023. But I'm just explaining this so that people understand that in those smoke-filled rooms where these political decisions are taken, hard political mathematics takes place, in which you want to win. And the person that wins is the one that you go for. It doesn't matter where he comes from.
Nuisance Lele.
That's Fire, Cardinal Little Fingers. And then one of the G-string governors under Wirewike, Solo Makinde Ibadan, has dropped his own kind of his own take on this conversation around coalition, Abino coalition. To him, he said the 2027 charade, which you kind of call election, right? The 2027 charade would be between the people versus the APC, not PDP versus APC. I don't even understand what that means, right? But here, he categorically said he is also qualified anyway to be president. I mean, you know, Solo Makinde Ibadan, ladies and gentlemen.
By the Northeast, the North Central, and the Northwest, how do we sell that position, all around the country? So it was self-inflicted. There wouldn't have been any G5. The day after the convention, I went to my very good friend, Governor Fintiri of Adamawa State, and I said, look, make this a government or a ticket, of a unity ticket. Get Governor Wike, let us appeal to him, let him be on that ticket. There wouldn't have been it would have been a stronger ticket, really, to face the APC. But all the people around our candidate, they rejected it. We met with him in London, all the things we discussed in there, he rejected it, and he came back and said, we've moved on. I mean, all these children, where were they when we were forming PDP? And we've seen the results now. And we don't want to walk that path again. When we got to Bauchi, the first PDP Governors Forum meeting under this dispensation, I made it clear to everybody that, look, let us wipe the slate clean. Let us not dwell in the past. We've seen the results. And if you're saying, look, okay, some people did this in 2023, but others did it in 2015. PDP should have still been in power up until now, but some people walked out of Eagle Square. We knew who they are, and we lost power at the federal level due to that action. Something repeated itself in 2023. We should pull back and say, look, this party still remains the major hope of the common man. Most people in this country, what they're saying to us is that, look, you guys go get yourself together and then leave the rest to us. And I kept saying it, 2027 election, it won't even be PDP versus APC. It will be Nigerians versus APC. Mark my word on that.
Let's take a breather, Governor.
Once you're operating at the national level.
But I'm hearing something, Governor Makinde, and within your party, there are those who are saying that if they are considering anybody for the party ticket in 2027, it has to be Sheyi Makinde. I'm very sure you must have heard. The whisper must have come to you. Are you ready for that kind of task?
Well, I mentioned it severally. Nobody will set an agenda for me. I will set an agenda for myself. And people can say whatever they want to say. Right now, I am focusing on what Oyo State people, what they've given to me, the task ahead of us. And so I'm not distracted. And I will not play stunt politics. I will not do things because it feels right in some people's ears. No, we will do things We will stay focused to ensure that we bring dividends of democracy to our people. We look after them. We also build infrastructure that will lead our people, well into the future. That is not consistent with, whether somebody is going to go to the federal level or whether people are saying, look, you must contest this. If I want to contest, I will come out at the appropriate time.
So, I mean, you are not thinking about it now, but if your people are pushing you and are saying they want you, isn't these some kind